10.5 foot pole. You little kitten. All right, I think I am live, and that's pretty good. So, let's turn this around so I can see what I'm seeing. There you go, just like that. So, I'll tell you what, I figure sound and video good, that's always important. Well, at Gen Con, well, actually, it started at BGG Con, not this past year, but the year before when I went with my good friends from the Dice Tower. And Sam and I took a look at a game, and we made a short video about it. And I was intrigued by it, because I'm always intrigued by a game. You know, everybody rushes over to the big game and try to covers that, but I always found it interesting to find the little diamonds in the rough and stuff like that. So I wanted to show you something that I had since Gen Con this year, because what happened was I was introduced to the game at BGG Con. And it was in the secondary room, so it was kind of neat how this all worked out. Then what I did was I talked to the guy and everything like that. So when I went to Gen Con this year, he was there, and he finally got the game produced, because I had seen the rough copy of it. And I was really excited about it, because I really liked how the miniatures, and this is something that I'm going to be painting really soon. So I wanted to show you, of course, none other than it had been removed unless my YouTube is Rob is hitting a new quota for vids per day. No, I usually make a lot of videos, not. But anyways, I really wanted to show you guys this game. It's called Ascendant Kings, and this is really from something really gorgeous from Incarnate Games. And the guys there are just so nice and everything. I mean, I just can't express how awesome they are. Now, eventually I'll work my way down to the table, because this is live. But I really wanted to show you guys how this is. Now, the board is kind of like a giant chessboard, as you can see. Which, if Cthulhu Kitty would move, that'd be nice. Will you move your butt? You know, you and I are going to have a problem today. I can tell it. And as you can see, you get this very beautiful and very deep rule book. And there's a lot going on here. But the thing I really want to show you, and it has this really cool comic. You know, one of the things, Golem Arcana, I thought was a great game. But the problem was I couldn't get into it because, I don't know, if they made it robots or something like that, it would make it a little better. And I didn't like the story. But they had this, they came out, there's also a comic book in the back of this, where they give you and show you Ascendant Kings, the fall of, and it's actually a sneak peek of a graphic novel that backs up all the stuff that you have here. So there's a really beautiful art, and that's one thing that I'm always impressed about this is a really just the art and everything. I kickstarted this, but the creator is uncomfortably quiet. Well, he seems like he was a quiet guy, but you know, when I talk to him, but you know, I don't have a problem talking to people, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like every game should give you lore or story for it. And I agree with that. Don't mind the dogs. My daughter just came home. The cost of doing things live. Now, you can level your guys up, but I mean, look at the art on this. All right? This is the game board for your pieces. I mean, just look at how beautiful the art is. I mean, this is good, solid cardboard. I mean, not that cheap chintzy stuff. I'll show you the area Reverend. All right, first of all, you must leave. She almost dumped the box. She almost dumped the box. Ugh. Let me just get the ruler here. What a cat. All right. Woo, that was close. Good thing I got reflexes like a cat. That's what I get for disturbing her. Right? Let's see. The problem with Golem Arcana is that they left most of the game out of the core box. Good point. Good point. Now, each side has different people, and they're just really, really cool. I mean, I really like the art. I mean, the art just sucked me right in. And the components are like really ridiculous. You can go to their website and actually get this, I believe. Sorry, missed the beginning. Is this a co-op solo friendly, or I think it's PvP only? Well, let's make sure. Because I could have dropped the ball on it. Hold on. I will tell you all there is to know, because that's what we're doing. We're just taking a really good look at it. Oh my God, what is it with the phone today? I believe it's PvP, but I just want to make sure I tell you exactly everything that you need to know about this. Hold on. A battle royal game for 2 to 4 players. So it's pretty much battle royal. You can play on all 4 sides of the board. So it's a PvP game, pretty much. And it is, you can play with 2 players or 4 players. I really want to show you some of these miniatures because these are ridiculous. And I do mean ridiculous. Dire Reverent. And on the other side, look at this dude. He looks pretty bad. Love the look of this game, Rob. Going to have to pick it up. Yeah, definitely. Go check it out at Incart Game. Incarnate Games, Inc. And they did a beautiful job. Every component is just dead on. The rulers here. I don't think they're rulers. But they actually have metal crowns in it. The gems are good quality. You get a bunch of good quality gems. You get a round counter and an event. There's certain events that happen, but you really get a top grade dial. All the dice in the world. I mean, they don't give you some dice. They give you a ton of dice because you need a ton of dice for this. But the thing I really wanted to show you is these cards. Let me open this up. Now this is something I've been meaning to get to, but I'm really trying to catch up with a lot of things finally. And that's what we're going to try to do over the next couple of weeks, is catch up with all the things that we need to catch up with. Will this be sold off Kickstarter? If so, for how much? I can't tell you. You have to go to their website. I think you can get it from their website, to be honest with you. If I'm not 100% sure. Okay. But you have these really nice cards that really explain how to put things into effect. You would attribute these gems, and once you get those gems, you can start doing all kinds of different things. There are colored gems that matter, but the real steal in this game is probably some of the most beautiful miniatures you're going to see anywhere. And I do mean anywhere. So let me get these guys together a little bit, and we'll go over this pretty well, but I want to make sure that, fortunately, all my miniatures have come out perfectly. Okay, that's the guy that I was worried about. Okay, hold on. And I just want to do that. Okay, there we go. But you really get some really detailed miniatures. So let me do this. I mean, look at that guy. That guy looks cool, and I can't wait to paint him up. So I'm going to put him over here. And this guy here, I mean, look at the detail on that guy. Huh? This just sucked me in the minute I saw it. I mean, look. I'm going to spin this around. Take a look at that. Huh? It was $50. I don't know when they'll be selling it outright. Rob's copy is one of a handful of promos. Is it? Oh, all right. Rob knows how to build tension, keeping us waiting for the miniature reveal. Of course. It's my job, brother. I mean, look at this dude here. This is just... I mean, come on. Tell me you don't want to put a paintbrush to this. Huh? Look at that. I mean, those are some beautiful miniatures there. Let me show you the rest of these guys. And it's heavy. It's a very heavy resin. Very, very... I mean, look at this guy. Come on. Tell me you don't want to take that guy out for a spin. See what he does. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that you can really do with these guys. Painting these guys would be half the fun of the game. Look, now look at this. Come on. Really? I mean, really? That's a home run if ever I saw one. Very nice. I put these guys in contact with Miniature Market. Look, you actually get a stone. This is actually stone. Stone. All right, let's... And they're big. These guys got to be... Jonathan, thank you. Appreciate it. The Halo guys are ghosts of the regular guys. Exactly. I mean, look at this. Huh? Jeez. Jeez Louise. Yeah. I mean, there's some art. Some beautiful art put together for these miniatures. These are just beautiful quality. Detail. Man, oh man, oh man. That's all I got to say. That's all I have to say. Look at my boy here. I know you want to jump up, Cthulhu, but you got to hold on. Look at this guy. I mean, that's a beautiful model. Truly an Ascendant field. Yeah, there you go, the Ascendant Kings. Good call. Way to go, Mark. All right. I mean, these are big. I mean, I've got a big hand, but these are big, detailed miniatures that if you are a beginning painter, these are like the perfect kind of things to really get some really nice effects out of, just using some of the basic skills you have, because you have a big enough area to make the mistakes and make the corrections. But you'll find that you'll get very confident in what you do. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Let's put this box aside here. Oh, we dropped a couple more of those crown things. Come here, son. It's because dumb cat jumping up on here. So let's just read through this a little bit, and I'll give you an idea of what goes on. First of all, they welcome you, and then they tell you the history of the entire land here. So as you can see here, that is Empernia or something like that. I mean, look at that. Yeah, you know something, David, I gotta agree with you. I really like the mid attack poses. So let me just clear some stuff out of the way here. Hold on. Let's move this out of the way, and let's kind of take a look what goes on here a little bit. I'm going to do the best I can with the way the camera is, and we're going to bring the camera down to the table, and we're going to talk a little bit about the game. So bear with me. This may not be a perfect showing of what's going on here, but we're going to read a little bit about from the book here. We'll just put one of these game plates out. Move this over here. We'll have our round marker, and we'll just kind of talk about things a little bit. How's that sound? That's a good start. You're not going to be able to see everything that I'm doing here, but we'll do our best. How's that? I think that's a pretty good idea. I can hear you guys answering back. Oh yeah, that's not exactly what we want to see. We want to see more. We want to see it all. Okay, let me try. Oh my god. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Wish. Move. Alright, so we're going to put our mouse here, and now we are going to try. Hey Rhonda. Redwell. Good to see you, my friend. Alright, so let's do this here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. You kind of got an idea. Whoops. Oh, okay. So if I do that, that'll give us enough area. There we go. We'll lock that in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a little bit from the book and try to explain things a little bit how this all will work out. All right. First of all, now the first thing that they do is they show you all the things, and I'll start breaking all this stuff. But the anatomy of the character mat. So let's take a look at the character mat, and that's what we have right here. So let's talk a little bit about that so you guys understand just a little bit about this and see if this is something that you would be interested in. Now, what these are firewalls. They're not rulers. I'm sorry. You can cast something and cast a firewall across here, which is really kind of cool if you really, really think about it. You know what I mean? Let me move this out of the way. Let me move these out of the way. So let's talk about... This is called an omega index. We'll explain more about that very soon. We have 5 Ascendant King models. So let's show you who the Ascendant Kings are. Alright, number 1. Ascendant King. This is the High King. Say hi, everybody. High King, get it? No? Alright, I'm not working well with humor today. This dude here is Carnus Vara. This is Hadomir Eldaron. Boy, can we just call somebody Joe for once? And Calderus Zoloth. So let's pull him out. Okay, so these are the 5 Ascendant Kings. Alright. Then we have the Reverent miniatures. Okay, so that's 5 there. And our Reverents are as follows. That's Reverent, Aegis Reverent. Oh no, that's Pyre Reverent. So he's more or less the cross of this guy. So they all have like shadow versions of each other, pretty much, which really is pretty neat. All right, we have 1 emulation board. We have 5 character mats. We talked about our index. We have cards. 4 golden crowns, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge. Oh my God, really? Come on. Rob, we have the same trackball. Cool, thank you. All right, so you have cards. We also have a quick reference cards, which is in the other pack. We have black gems, which are over here. The black gems are called dire gems. We have white gems, which are aria gems. Oh, so it coincides with their colors, and that's what the gems are. We have a thing that is called the Omega Stone. Obviously, you can figure that out by the Omega. And we have bloodstones, which I believe are inside here somewhere. Oh, no. I see it right there. We have 4 bloodstones, which are in the box here, which I did not take out. So let's take them out. Just to get them out. Probably dropped a couple, but that's okay. All right. And these are considered bloodstones. There we go. And I'll find the rest of the bloodstones because I know I dropped them. When the cat decided to... Oh, there's one over there. Okay, I see it. Not a problem. Okay. So let's talk about this character map, so you guys have an idea what goes on here a little bit. Rob, I thought you didn't like Christmas songs. Well, I just busted one out, you know. My heart grew three times the size. Here's the character illustration. Okay. That is the character's name. Number 2 is the blood crest. That's what this is right here. We'll explain that later. Number 4 is the level indicator, so you can go up in levels. Number 5 is the gemstone pool. Core gemstones, red, white, green, you acquire are placed here. The dire wounds are also placed here in the first row from the left to the right. So that's this area here. This is where all that happens. This is the gemstone pool. Inscription slot. Any card you inscribes are placed here. We'll explain later, of course. Yelm transmutation. 3 Yelm gemstones may be moved into these sockets to unlock new abilities. So, right here, you would unlock these abilities. Core transmutations. 3 gemstones of the color matching the transmutations may be placed here to unlock advanced actions. So you can unlock different things by placing, the gemstones in this particular area. Let's hold that up so everybody can see that right in here, this area here. Number 10, Prismatic Transmission. The reverent side of the character mat has a prismatic transmutation instead of the core mutation. These require 1 gemstone of each of the 3 core colors to unlock their ability. So you would flip this over and this dude would become the reverent version of it. There you go. Oh, maybe I was on the wrong way. Oh no, I did that right. Okay, boom. There we go. Beautiful art, so you can really follow along and paint this. Love the Christmas song thrown to get into the holiday spirit. Oh, thank you so much. Are those M&Ms? Yes, these are holiday M&Ms right here. Only these. So that is the character mat. Now, focus cards. Focus cards are the cards that I kind of showed you earlier. So let's take a look at a focus card. Boom. This is the Yelmel price. Okay. This is the focus title. This is the instant power. At any time, as a free action, you may discard a card from your hand to acquire the pictured gems. So you could take this card from your hand, discard it, and get a white, a green, a red, and a red gem. And those are important. From your hand to acquire the pictured gems, plus sign. Remove dire gems, minus sign. Or immediately roll focus die if there is a die sign. So there's all kinds of different things that can go on here. So let's just take a look and see if we can find some of this stuff here. Hold on. I'll see if I can find some different cards that do different things, so you kind of get an idea what's going on. Oh, not in that one. Here we go. Like this, you would be minus that color gems. This, you would be plus those many dies to roll. Alright, so I think you get the idea of what's going on here. Then, diagrams, visually explaining of the ability text. The ability text, the target and effect of the ability executed by the card. So right here it tells you exactly what will happen. For instance, as you can see, these are the effects and these are the things that would happen here. Take up to 4 core gems from a surrounding opponent and place them in your gemstone pool. Ooh, nasty. So somebody within this target range from you, you can do that particular ability. That seems pretty nice. Nasty. Nasty. Now, let's take a look at the board. So let's move all these cards on the way. So we could talk a little bit. And these are the reverent cards. There's ascendant cards also on the other side in this box here. So we have ascendant cards, and you can tell by their backing, and of course you have reverent cards. All right. Hey Tina, how are you? The Queen will be excited for that. Hello. Okay, hello Lewis. All right. So let's move this out of the way. Boof. And move this out of the way, because we've already seen that board. We can move these crowns out of the way. Come on, guys. Let's go. And we can move the bloodstone out of the way. And let's move these very beautiful figures. These are very big, and that's one of the things that just caught my eyes. I'll never forget seeing those guys and going, oh, boy, I'd like to get my hands on those and paint those. They're just, sometimes you see things and you get excited to paint them because they really look really, really cool. All right, so here is the emulation board. And what happens is, emulation icons. Each edge of the board contains a gemstone icon. Okay, let's move this out. Let's move this fire out of the way. Whoop. There we go. First, let's start here. Tile numbers. Each tile is numbered 0 to 99, all the way through here. Number 2, these are the starting locations. As you can see, there are solid blocks here. So this is where these guys would start. So they're pretty close, and they're going to get right after each other. Number 3 is the emulation icons. So as you can see, 3, 4, 1, 2. There we go. All right. So that pretty much diagonal. Of course, we know what diagonal is. Adjacent, we know that means adjacent to a square. And surrounding, that is surrounding a tile. Well, we know that. Come on now. All right. So the way this fire works, if I remember correctly, is that this fire can move. So you have these 4 things here, and it constantly is closing in on the guys, because you got it here, oof, and here, and then it comes in like this. So the fire actually kind of starts to close you in, so you actually have to get at each other and really take care of business. These are considered the fire areas that everything's burning. Meanwhile, you're in the middle trying to get the job done here. All right, so now let's look at game setup, ideally. So all these would be on the outside, like so. Sure. I don't have it all the way, don't worry, but that'll explain it. You would have your 2 boards here. You would have your board here. As you guys can see, there's a board there. And then you would have all your gems broken down and your dice handy and so forth and so on. Place your king miniature in the starting tile nearest you. So one of these starting tiles, you would place your king. Let's just place him here for aha sakes. Next, each player chooses 3 core gems, focus gems. So let's talk about sequence of play. You would generate focus. At the start of your turn, if you have 1 or more completed transmutions, all 3 sockets filled with your gems, like we were talking about earlier, as you can see, you automatically generate 1 gemstone for each completed transmutation. The element and core transmutations generate 1 gemstone of the same color as a transmutation. All right. Okay. So sequence 2, choose a state. You must declare aloud your choice to either enter the latent or active states. Latent stage, prepare for battle by making strategic choices. Active stage, take actions by making tactical decisions. Latent stage, here's what you can do in a latent stage. You can draw a card, roll focus die, acquire focus gems, transmutations, inscription. Active state, roll for Yem, perform actions. Let's see what those actions are on page 16 and 18. Okay, discard down to 5 cards, so you can only have 5 cards in your hand at any time. Board games aren't my thing, but it's good to see you excited and positive. Horrid person. Oh, okay. That's a tough name. Hi, Tina, by the way. And Spud Kitty, how are you? Board games aren't your thing? Oh, my. I think you are in the wrong place then. Okay, so late in stage, you can either A, draw a card. Roll focus dice. Roll a number of your focus dice equal to 1 more than your level. For example, if you are level 2, you would roll 3 focus dice. Some cards may be played for their instant power effect to increase the number of dice you roll. So if you need more focus gems, or yes, if you need more gems, you would roll more dice. Interesting. So a lot of this is moving gems around and getting to try to unlock certain powers. Very interesting. Like I said, this was a game that I just couldn't take my eyes off of. It's just getting back familiar with it again. But as you can see, there are some beautiful, beautiful things. They talk about movement. Movement's very simple. You are adjacent. You have the cards will give you certain movement. Movement in fire. Remember we told you how the fire would move up. It talks about attacking. And firewalls. Oh, death. That's not good. Last king standing. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can play here. Okay, so let's talk about that. As the game progresses, there will eventually be only one king remaining, while all other players control reverence. This player is known as the last king standing. When you hold the title of last king standing, take the ascendant die and add it to your focus die. When rolling your focus die during the late stage, include this die into your roll. This assists the last king standing with acquiring gemstones to fight off the reverence. So when you die, dying with ascendant die. So when you die, you turn into one of the ascendants. So you're not out of the game. So it's not like something and then somebody's sitting around and watching for a while. You become an ascendant. Very cool. 2 Apostles of Mega War. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. There's a lot to this. This explains all the cards. And then, of course, our thing. Very cool. So it's actually a battle royal game where you guys are fighting against each other. You're trying to take... And let's just take some of these dice out. Or dies. Gems. But as you attribute gems in this area, you're trying to get them down into certain areas. So you want to get that one there. And then you want to get, of course, a red and a green to unlock that particular power, which is going to help you achieve what you need to achieve. Or unlock certain problems. See, like you would get that there. And it's all about moving these around and getting them where they need to go. Very interesting. But I'll tell you right now, learning this, I'm going to be looking forward to this. And all these components are absolutely beautiful. And I really, really like what they're doing here. So I really wanted to unbox this and kind of show you guys. There's a lot to learn here. It's a, a decent sized book, but the rules aren't, it's not an intimidating thing because it has a card index which breaks down the cards. And you have part of it which is a graphic novel. So I think all in all it's about 37 pages that you got to read into. Let's see how much of the game overview. Okay. All right, so you got another 3 pages of story. So let's just give you the game overview. In the game of Ascendant Kings, each player takes the role of a king who must do battle against other kings. When a king is eliminated, they drop any bloodstones they have, which can be picked up by another player. Once one player has collected all 4 bloodstones, which are these, the Omega Stone appears. I just had that bad boy. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. The Omega Stone appears. The players with all of the Bloodstones may take the Omega Stone and win the game. However, if all 4 Bloodstones are not united before the countdown expires. So what's happening is there's a countdown going on here. The Omega Stone appears on its own after one player has claimed it. The game ends, and the winner is determined by using a point system. As players engage each other in combat, 4 walls of fire slowly close in around them. Each round, the fire forces combats closer and closer towards the inevitable showdown. Emulation events will also take place randomly on the board, which may help or hinder the players. When a character is killed, they return to battle as an entry known as the Reverend. They can obtain Bloodstones just as kings do, and have the same opportunity to claim the Omega Stone and win the game. Okay, so basically, this fire's closing in, and it's forcing you, instead of sitting here and ticky-tack around the board, you are forced to do battle, and you're being squeezed in here by the fire, so you're forced to come in and really do some battle where you can get these cards going and kill people and have them drop these stones. Once you're able to pick up all the stones, this stone will appear, and then you will be able to pick up this stone for the win if you can. But that's not as easy as it seems, because even though those guys die, they can turn into these Reverends, which are pretty nasty. It's not as asymmetrical as I expected it might be, but I love the fighting with closed walls of fire and the fact that you can't die. Yeah, I like that fact too, that you die, but you can actually become something else. You still have a chance to win, but there's also a chance that should it go down to points, that dying will somehow hurt you in the long run. Are the kings different mechanics or only visual? No, they're different mechanics. They have different abilities that they can attribute here. As you can see, these stones here are the gems. As you can see here, you would need 3 red, 3 white, 3 green, where this guy here has a different type of thing going on where he needs kind of one of each color. So there you go. Very, very cool. So I really wanted to show this off. I really like the size of the minis. Look big enough to make it easier to see while painting them. Exactly. I came in late. Is this going to be on Kickstarter? It's already Kickstarter, Doug. This is actually this is a game that you can check out at Incarnate Games Inc. So if you go there on the web and take a look, I believe they're going to have some for sale pretty quickly. Turn from Ascendant to Ori. I see. Thank you. Thanks. Mark Livergood. Thank you for helping us out there. It already ended on Kickstarter. Yeah, it funded. We did some... Sam and I did a couple of videos for this not this past BGG Con, but the prior one, when we saw the guy was just trying to get it kick-started. And we did some videos to help him out. We got him funded. Well, I'm not going to say we got him funded. The game got him funded. We just made people aware of it. And these are the final minis on this. And because the ones that he had were 3D printed and they were brittle as everything. And I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to touch them. But the final miniatures are absolutely beautiful. They really are. I mean, they're really, really something. But definitely check out their website. Contact them, especially you, Doug. I'm sure they'll send you if you tell them you saw it here, and hopefully they would send you a demo copy for you to check out if it isn't available. you know, to do on your channel, and I'm sure you would do a fantastic job with it, as you always do, my good friend. You know, everything about this is high quality. That's the thing that I was blown away with. When he was showing it off, he said, you know, we really have some beautiful artists that are doing this, and these boards, I mean, really, come on. I mean, look at the art on that. I mean, it really puts you right there, you know? So, you know, you take a look, the quality, the gloss, the rule book is even, you know, it's not some cheap rule book, it's a gloss, and, you know, the comic is beautiful inside it. The pages, everything's spelled out beautifully. Tells you how to set it up pretty quickly if you're playing 4 players, 2 players, 3 players. Everything broken down as perfectly as you can see. Just very well done. Quality control, dead on. Hey, what more can you ask, right? Mad God wants cheese. I just got Mad God wants cheese. Oh God, that's a good name there. But I mean, just look at these again. You know, I have to show these off a little bit. Jedi Jim looks like an interesting game. Minis are always a hook, and I'm always the fish. There you go, my good friend. I mean, boy, oh boy, they did a fantastic job, and I got to commend these guys, and I'm so happy for them because they really are a bunch of nice guys, and I got to spend some time and talk to them, and I wanted to show this off. I plan on painting these for these guys, and I also, yeah, it's PvP skirmish, but you know, it's a game that's going to move pretty fast. You know, you're really going to have to make some smart decisions. Beautiful cards, and the cards are like a ridiculous quality too. They're very thick. They're not flimsy, which is a word we don't use around here. Flimsy. I mean, really just, I mean, good quality cards. I mean, look at that. That's a good thick card. You know, something of good quality. Wow. Fantastic job. Great job, guys. There you go. I think that's about all I can really say about this. Look at how many dice. Well, let's go a little farther. Look at the dice. I mean, you don't get dice. You get dice. Maybe the queen should have been rolling this. Oh, see? 80. 60. 30. She wouldn't probably roll 37 all the time. All right. Let's find out what would have happened here. Inside, here we go. If I was rolling. 92. 13. See, that's 6. 52. See, all over the place as you should be. There you go. Immortal Combat. Nice. Nice. How many players was this game? It was 2 to 4 players. So you can have a 3-way match. You can have, you know, 1-on-1 match. Just exquisite. Exquisitely done. Exquisitely put together. I think it's a must for at most, judging by the board. I don't think so. I don't think it's a must for. I think you could play this too. And the reason being, and let me just move this out of the way. Because if you're playing here and you have the king, and on the other side, the person has whoever they have. Let me just move this out of the way. Once again, I'm sorry. You know, you've got somebody here, and you're kind of strategizing what you want to do. Well, you really can't do that because what's happening is each turn, this is closing in on you. Okay? So, yeah, you can move over here, and this person can move over here. Sure, you would be into it a lot more quicker if there were 4 here. But the thing is that every turn, I believe this is moving in closer, and it's kind of, hey, we got to get down to business here, and I've got to take you out before I get caught up in this fire, which isn't going to be cool. Maybe I missed this at the beginning, but is there a solo variant for this game? No, Rhonda, there is not. Great looking miniature minis, odd looking board for a miniature game. Well, it's not so much a miniature game as it is a battle game with some beautiful miniatures. It's a battle royale. There can only be one winner, and you got to take each other out. So you've got to be quick in your decision, because this fire is closing in on you and forcing you in to a conflict, and you got to make sure that you have the right cards to do what you need to be. Sorry to be a pain, but I popped out for a second. How does the number on the board work? That I'm not sure about, but you know, that's a good point. What do the numbers do? Why don't we find out? I'm going to take a look and see if I can figure that out. And that, you know, that's an interesting thing. The emulation board is made up of 100 tiles, individually numbered 0 to 99. This allows for a percentile dial to be rolled for random tile selection. So say the Omega Stone comes out. So you're going to roll these 2 dice, and where's the Omega Stone going to come out? It's going to come out on 88. So we would put the Omega Stone, if we could find 88. Oh, here it is. It'll go right there. So that's a random thing. So say you're fighting over here. You picked up all 4 of the bloodstones here. And then, okay, I have the 4 bloodstones. The Omega Stone's going to come out, and it's going to come out on 49. So, fortunately for this guy, boom, there's the Omega Stone. So he's pretty close to it, but he still has to deal with the other guys here. If he's able to get the Omega Stone, well, guess what? He wins the game. They talked about an expansion with a stone giant that would allow for solo and co-op. When it hits retail, it will be free for all, or 2 versus 2. Oh, that's cool. See, that's a nice job. So there you go. I hope I explained that. Rules are on the web if anybody wants an in-depth look. Thank you, Jedi Gem. Always there when I need you, my man. Always doing a great job. So I wanted to show this to you. I really wanted to show it off before we really start doing some work on it. And I just wanted to do kind of an unboxing, talk a little bit about the rules. Like I said, I got to read these bad boys through. I remember when they explained the game to me, but boy, that was 6 months ago. My memory's good, but not that good. But this was something that was fun to do, and I figured I would share it with you. So if you guys got any further questions about Ascendant Kings, I've got the book right here, and I'm more than willing to look up anything that you want to know about. Like I said, these miniatures are, you can know the rules to chess and just play with black versus white pieces. But boy, sometimes when you get those fancy pieces, it really enhances the game. And with a game like this, which is a good game and has a lot of things going on with it, when you paint these guys up, it's really going to bring this game out. Doing these live, Rob, is awesome. Well, thank you. I like doing it. I always did. 4 enter the Ring of Fire. Only 1 leaves. Correct, Mad God wants cheese. By the way, that's such a cool name, kid. Is this retail or coming to Kickstarter? It should be retail. Go to their website. I think you get it from them. I don't think you can go wrong with this. I honestly mean that. And it's from this company right here. As you can see, they didn't skimp on anything. The art on this box, again, is beautiful, and everything about this is just done so well. It came out on Kickstarter. It funded, and we were happy to help them, Sam and myself. We talked about it in great detail. Matter of fact, I believe I have a video up here with the guy actually explaining it from Gen Con. Not from Gen Con, from BGG Con. So take a look at it. If you look up Ascendant Kings, Rob Orn, it'll pop up. You'll probably see this video. But I wanted to do the unboxing of the final product. He does a nice job explaining the game pretty quickly. Gives you an idea how it all plays out. A lot better than I could at this particular moment, of course. But this is definitely something that Janice and I will play, and I will love to melt one of her characters. So there you go. All right. I think I said it. I think I said it all. I don't think I can say much more. Is it coming to Miniature Market? I just checked and I didn't find it there. I believe at some point that we had talked to Miniature Market about it, and I can't say, I cannot confirm nor deny, but give it some time, and I guarantee that if you guys want it bad enough, I can make sure that it gets to Miniature Market. I have that kind of power. I do. I really do. So, I've said it all. I've done it all. There's not much more for me to say or do. I want to thank you all for watching this. I hope you enjoyed looking at these gorgeous miniatures and these gorgeous components. I mean, this guy really put his heart into it, and I admire people that do that. I really like the underground stuff. Don't get me wrong. You tell me Warhammer, Warhammer Quest is coming back, or Warhammer whatever, boom, I'm in. But boy, isn't it fun discovering new things that you didn't know about? I really like that kind of stuff. Would love to see an ascended style dungeon crawl. Yeah, with this size figures. That would be way cool. Good call, Mark. Once again, on top of things. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. I will see you. Well, we got a bunch of videos coming out. We got 2 tomorrow, and then we got our OWF coming out. Also, tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon, there's going to be a video coming that will be the next bunch of, guess what? Yeah, you guessed it. Daily deals at Miniature Market. So we're going to be breaking that down. And they got some cool stuff coming out all the way up to the 31st. So make sure you check out. So there's actually 3 videos that come out. I wonder if I should shut this off and just do that live. That would make sense, huh? Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do it live tomorrow. That'd be fun. I prefer games with minis. The artwork people put out almost always good. Yeah, you're very true. Yeah, that would be a good one, Mark. Okay. We've said enough. Guys, until tomorrow, this is Rob Orn. I will see you soon.